Usher is arguably one of the most tapped in artists when it comes to fashion. Let me explain. Now, unless your neighbor name is Patrick or you're just young, you more than likely know who Usher is. He is arguably one of the most talented male R&B artists of our generation. But when it comes to fashion, though he has had some questionable fits, connections that Usher has in the fashion world is honestly insane. But we're not even gonna start here. There's actually a lot of evidence from the early days that Usher was already tapped into fashion, more specifically street fashion. It's safe to say around this time, he wasn't even that flashy with it. Mind you, this is a Bape jacket and this is 2005. And that's interesting because around this time, the only people that was really wearing Bape was Cassidy, Kanye, and Pharrell. And it made sense too because like I mentioned in my other video, not only was Nigo a fan of fashion, Nigo was also a fan of hip hop. He was a part of Teriyaki Boys. So being that he was already a fan of hip hop, stuff like this made sense. Honestly, this photo of Biggie makes more sense. So to see Usher wearing Bape in 2005, mind you, Bape was made in Japan. A lot of you guys probably thinking this is because he has a close relationship with Pharrell, but that's not the case because Usher is true to this, not new to this. And he got a confession. No pun intended. A lot of you guys probably already know the project Confessions by Usher, but a lot of you guys probably never seen the other photos from this project. And I'm not talking about a track list, though I can't show those photos. I'm talking about the photos from the rest of the photo shoot, which is actually taken by Anthony Mandler, who also shot another photo of Snoop Dogg wearing the same brand I'm about to mention. Now, if you're a fan of the brand, you probably recognize it off the bat. If you're not, I gotta point it out for you because he wasn't flashy with it. Now, not only was Usher rocking Adidas, but he was also rocking a chrome hearts chain. More specifically, this necklace was cost about $11,000. You can get a 2016 Honda Civic for cheaper, but that's not the point. The point is that Usher is always 2 steps ahead, no pun intended. Because technically, he was the first R&B artist to work with Nike. It wasn't these shoes, I just thought this was a funny picture. Mind you, Usher doesn't have just one Jordan collaboration. He has about 3 Jordan collaborations, with the most rarest one being the Jordan 3s. And this was back in the day when Nike wasn't really giving out collaborations like that, nonetheless an R&B artist. And to make it even more rare, there was only 10 pairs made and they all got Usher's name on them. And the whole collection is fire. He even has these one-of-one never before seen Jordan 4s. It was even a point of time during the Super Bowl where Jordan was supposed to make the shoes for Usher's outfit. And that was a bespoke off-white fit. I promise you I'm not lying. But somewhere along the line, Jordan realized they wasn't going to be able to make the shoe due to some logistics and stuff, but he ended up getting the next best person, and that was the shoe surgeon. In fact, the only other R&B artist that has a shoe is Georgia Smith. Beyonce and Rihanna don't count. Since we on the topic of shoes, I feel like it's only right we talk about Usher's favorite brand, Rick Owens. When I tell you Usher loves him some Rick Owens, he loves him some Rick Owens. I wouldn't be surprised if there was more pictures of Usher wearing Rick Owens than Rick Owens himself. Usher has a closet fully dedicated to Rick Owens to damn near look like a Rick Owens store. With his favorite shoe by Rick Owens being the Geo baskets, he literally has every color, every design, every version. Yeah, A$AP was the first one to really rap and talk about Rick Owens. Usher was rocking Rick Owens from the jump in silence. The thing I like about Usher is that he even get a little bit of experimental, like a lot of people did not know this was Usher. To be honest, I don't blame him. He took inspiration from another fashion genius. The next time you question one of Usher's fashion choices, just remember he used wrong picture. Just remember he really be having it on, but y'all not paying attention. Don't even get me started on the evolution of the U-chain. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and follow down below.